All right, let's just say it. Owning a home in today's market feels a lot like willingly stepping into a trap. Prices are wild, listings are deceptive, and the pressure to buy is relentless.
Exactly. It's like the market has lost its mind. You scroll through listings, and half the time, the rooms look huge online until you realize they just used a wide angle lens and good lighting. It's borderline catfishing for real estate.
Haha, real estate catfishing? I like that. But seriously, people are overpaying based on illusions. And the worst part? Once you're in, that house owns you. Property taxes, maintenance, insurance, it all adds up.
Yeah, golden cuffs. It's wealth on paper, but stress in real life. You think you've made it, but then you're spending every spare weekend fixing leaks, mowing lawns, dealing with unexpected repairs. It's like a second job you can't quit.
And let's not forget the opportunity cost. When you pour all your savings into a down payment, you're locking away capital that could be invested more flexibly, or even just used for, I don't know, living.
Right? The whole ownership equals stability myth doesn't hold up anymore. In many markets, renting actually gives you more financial agility, especially when the housing prices are this inflated.
Plus, let's talk about debt. The average mortgage is like shacking yourself to a 30-year contract. You think you're building equity, but what you're really doing is committing to decades of fixed payments, even if the market tanks.
And who benefits from this madness? Banks, real estate agents, governments collecting higher taxes on inflated home values. Not the average buyer, that's for sure.
And culturally, we've tied success to owning property, but it's outdated. In most cities now, the math simply doesn't add up unless you're flipping or renting it out.
Totally. And here's another thing: mobility. The second you buy, your life becomes less flexible. New job in another city? Tough. Market downturn? You're stuck. It kills spontaneity.
It's like buying a very expensive anchor. Sure, it looks nice and shiny on the surface, but it weighs you down when the tide changes.
Exactly. And when people say, well, at least you're not throwing money away on rent, I always push back. Rent is paying for flexibility and peace of mind. You're not responsible for a new roof or broken boiler.
Yep. And don't forget the psychological toll. Buying a house today is not just stressful, it can be deeply anxiety-inducing. Especially when you're constantly comparing value, worried about market crashes, or feeling trapped by mortgage payments.
And it's happening everywhere. Canada, the US, Europe, even parts of Asia. Housing markets globally are overheating, and yet we keep treating ownership like a rite of passage.
Which brings us to the big question. Is it really ownership or just a long-term rental from the bank?
Ha! That's brutal, but true. If you owe a bank hundreds of thousands, they own more of your house than you do. And if you miss a few payments, you find out real fast who actually has the keys.
So maybe it's time to rethink the dream. Maybe, just maybe, freedom is not owning the roof over your head, but choosing when and where to move without a 30-year chain wrapped around your finances.
And for those already owning in this crazy market, it might be the perfect time to sell high, cash out, and regain that freedom before the music stops.
Because the party might feel good now, but someone always pays the bill. And in housing, it's usually the last one in.
So here's something to think about, especially if you're house hunting. Are you buying stability or buying into a delusion?
And with that, we'll leave you to ponder, what does home really mean in a world gone mad with prices?